Morning. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Business of Art Conference for artists at work minding your own business.
Hello, good morning. My name is Augusta Brula. I'm the Dane Arts Cultural Affairs Specialist, and I'm going to start off today with a land acknowledgement. Please join us in acknowledging that this conference is taking place at Arts and Literature Laboratory, which is situated upon traditional territories. To the people of the Ho-Chunk Nation who have called this region home for time immemorial, this land is known as Dejo. We recognize the enduring presence and territorial claim of Aboriginal peoples on this land. We acknowledge that we occupy land violently stolen from Indigenous people, and that the riches of this land have been used to build many institutions upholding white supremacy and domination. Arts and Literature Laboratory is a nonprofit, community-driven arts organization whose mission is to steward a community laboratory for creative experimentation, collaboration, and excellence in contemporary arts. A central goal of this organization is to help artists thrive, particularly those excluded and underrepresented. As part of our dedication to acknowledging the traditional occupants of Dejo, we are committed to ongoing efforts to celebrate and support Indigenous artists and to develop programming that supports the telling of stories of Indigenous people and their flourishing. And one future way that we invite you to celebrate and support the work of local and regional Native artists is to attend the annual Native Art Market here at Arts and Literature Laboratory on Saturday, November 8th. Please watch for more information about that and upcoming Indigenous arts workshops. So thank you for being here, and I'm going to turn this back over to Mark.
Thank you, Augusta. She's absolutely brilliant. I'm so grateful to have Augusta on the team for Dane Arts. Thank you again for all being here today. The card that we had up was the Business of Art, minding your own business. Dane Arts sponsored. This is our 4th conference, and we're really grateful for everybody that's been involved in the conference, and particularly our Arts and Literature Laboratory, Jolynn Reese and Rita May, let me start over. That's why I'm in the corner here. Jolynn Ruda and Rita May Reese, really the co-founders and artistic directors of Arts Lit Lab. We're grateful for them as our partners, and this year as well with Starting Block Madison is a new partner. So the events are right here for the panels. Our education room on the 3rd floor. That's all the information you need. You should easily be able to find them. Starting block, the middle door over there is where you enter. Tomorrow the doors will be locked, but we'll have somebody there all day to make sure that you get in and out. And it's on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor. Plenty of signage. You should be able to find everywhere that you need to go. Our card has the mindfulness of juggling, kind of looks like a juggler. And the whole idea of that was we're juggling so much in our world. We're challenged by so much today. And it's just so much hate going on that it's because of us, I think we're needed even more so. And I want to make sure that all of us get as much as possible out of today because this is really about you. Last night we had a wonderful event at the Aubergine Gallery. If you haven't been there, that's our new partner as well as Cafe Coda. The music was wonderful, so I appreciate all that were able to come out last night. Major thanks to the team that's making this happen. I know it seems like we started on a weekend and it's here. You know, we started yesterday and then today we do this. We started actually in August of last year in planning all this, so it's not a simple process, but my team was amazing, and this year, now our 4th year, hopefully it's running a lot smoother. But I wanted to give a particular shout out to Julia. I know she's in the room or she's upstairs with the breakfast. She got all the donations and all these gift cards that we'll be giving away tomorrow. And she sent a note to me saying, there are so many generous East Side businesses that gave so nicely to this event. We have over 30 donations of various gift cards throughout the East Side and rest of Madison. So we're very grateful for all the generous donations. Grateful for our sponsors, the big ones. Findorf came through this year. MG&E is a major sponsor. And Lucille Merchant provided a lot of the food. Excellent food, so make sure you honor the sponsors. They're all in your program. Please go to those businesses because they support the arts, and we really are grateful for everything that they've done. So Julia, I want to give a shout out to Moises, who's handled all the hoova. Amazing young kid, and I call all these folks under 40 young kids, but he's really young, and he's done amazing work. He's moved to Milwaukee, but he came back this year to help us again. Talk to Moises privately because he's had an incredible 2 years, and he'll share some of that with you privately. I don't think it's on my right to share what he's gone through, but he's come through strong, and he's been an absolute joy to have here. Clyde, who's helping us, Clyde Mayberry, as the event planner, is now in his 3rd year with me. Clyde's wonderful. And of course, Augusta Brula, who's the cultural affairs specialist. Please give her a round of applause and everybody else that's helped. We have a 10-member commission. We need another commission member that we're looking for. We just started the Friends of Dane Arts Group so that we can raise more money as a nonprofit. So we're really moving forward in 2025, 26, 27. We turn 50 in 2027, just 5 years older than me. No. You're hired. We turn 50 in 2027, and we have some funding opportunities for folks to come with some brilliant ideas on how we celebrate our 50th anniversary. I'll explain more of that tomorrow evening when we close out with the drawings. So please thank our commission members and now the Friends of Dane Arts, all our sponsors. But really, make this weekend your weekend. We are going through so much in this community and in this country right now that it's because of us we are going to survive, because of us as artists, working artists, arts organizations, nonprofit organizations, using the arts as a tool to better our community, and that's what Dane Arts is all about. You may not know much about us, but we are all about community. We just happen to use the arts as that tool. As George Sugros would say from the Wisconsin Arts Board, it's not the arts in government, it's government in the arts, and it's badly needed, and I can guarantee you now with the new county executive who's a major art supporter, we are going to make things happen in 26 and beyond. So make sure you stay connected to Dane Arts. We are a resource for you. We are civil servants while we still have jobs before the hell takes over in this country, which we're not going to let happen, all right? We need to stay engaged in community and together. We are not going to let that happen in Dane County. So everybody, get out of your studios, stay engaged with each other, stay in community, and bring us together as we are doing today, and that's the purpose of this weekend. So get as much out of it as you can, because I know we are all juggling so much in our world today that I felt it best that we have a pro who understands juggling. Josh Casey is an amazing juggler, performance artist, been 25 years doing this. He lives in Madison. He's also co-founder of the Madison Circus Space and a performer. He's a board member, and he's just brilliant, and I want us all to enjoy the next few minutes with Josh Casey.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, man, it's really great to be here, and very well said, Mark. And so, so I'm a juggler, and I've been juggling for a long time. Of course, I've learned that juggling is kind of the perfect metaphor for so many things in life, much like you're all having to think about art and business. And I'm the juggler. And so I wanted to get started here. I got a couple different things we're going to try out here. Thought today, this morning, kicking things off, we'd start out with a little basic 3-ball juggle. Based on that reaction, too basic. All right, okay, I know. I mean, that was kind of like just the ground floor of juggling. But let's see what would happen if I threw in one of these. Really? Is that all it took? One ball over the top? We're getting blues. And Oz, too. I got it. Stop it. There we go. All right. That's not basic. Oh. All right. Well, you know what I'd like to really try now is this whole weekend is all about collaborating and working together. And I wanted to see if I could do something where I get every single one of you involved here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start juggling again, but then while I'm juggling, I'm going to bounce one of the balls on my head. And right when the ball bounces on my head, I want to see if we can get every single one of you to clap your hands. Yeah, I guess you can put the copy down. We're going to see if we can clap your hands right when the ball hits me on the head. We're going to kind of synchronize. We're going to get together, get ready for this great weekend. So just to recap, I'll be juggling kind of like this, except I'll be letting go a lot more often. And then your part. You can warm up if you need to. I think you get the idea. I was just holding you. All right, let's try this. A couple stragglers. That was the first shot. That was the first one. You're doing great. You're doing great. Wow. See what happens? We're getting okay. Yeah. There we go. Way up in the air. No way! Not that one. Did I step on your toe?
Oh, is my stuff in the way?
No, not anymore. So I moved over here. Okay, so pretty quickly you realize this is the kind of thing you're going to have to pay really close attention to what's going on. Okay? If you look close, you'll notice I'm not juggling all the way. It's pretty cool when it sets in, huh? What? What's happening? The guy in the back said, he's just doing this. I know. I don't even know what this is. This isn't even actual juggling. It doesn't even really count. I'm not doing it all the way. Okay, let's try it one more time. Yeah, give yourself a round of applause. That's perfect. Nailed it. Oh, you good? I'm going to try it. Look, that looks. This is way easier. I'm going to start up there. Hold on, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, man, you guys are a lot of fun. You know, I like getting invited to these kind of things because I kind of get to put my own, try to create my own custom set list, very specific to the conference and kind of the mood of the conference, what everybody would like to take away from the conference. And I think I put together just the right thing. We're going to just do it. I'm just going to get right to it. Check this out. Here it is. 4-ball juggling. Come on! 4 at a time! Yeah, it's not too early for you. Is it? Let's be honest. 4 is just barely more than 3. I mean, it's literally like the least amount more I can do is to go into a 4-ball juggle. You know what? I think we should just keep things moving. We got a lot going on this weekend. Let's just get right to it. How about this? How about 5-ball juggling? All right. 4 is not that cool anyway. We should just, yeah. I know you were just clapping for AC/DC, not the suggestion. Oh, 4. Okay, I've learned that much. So let's give this a try. Here's a little bit of 5-ball juggling. Well, in case you wanted to see 4, here it is. See what you were missing out on? Okay, well, so this happens when you're trying to juggle all the things. Insert failure metaphor. We can stare at it, it's fine. Yeah, if you're in the back, you might think I'm still doing 5. Okay, there's one on the floor here. Here's what I'm going to try to do. So I messed this up, but I'm going to try to get back into the 5-ball juggle, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it by starting with the 4. I know it seems backwards because I'm going to make it more difficult my second try here. I'm going to go in and pick up the ball off the floor while I'm already juggling the 4. Going in. Now, one of the tricky things about this is I need to know exactly where the ball is on the floor in order to add it back into the pattern. And I know exactly where that ball is because of my highly developed sense of peripheral vision. No, that wasn't it. Delete that, please. Okay, move. Now the hard part, standing up. right? Same as a juggler. As a juggling artist, I'm often in the position of having to take some risks. And one of the things I've learned is people, audience, will start wondering, when is Josh going to juggle something dangerous? You were wondering that. For example, if I could come out here and juggle these. It's a knife. Maybe you've seen somebody juggle something dangerous like a knife before. But here's the question. How do we all know that this is actually a real knife and not some sort of theatrical fakery? Well, I think we could all agree on one thing. That for a knife to be a real knife, it must be, now say it with me, shaped like a knife. Do you know what? What might even be more risky than juggling a knife? Not knives. Not chainsaws either. None of those things. You know what would be actually a little risky is giving the audience something they weren't expecting. Something you didn't even know was a thing. And that's why I want to present to you what I consider the world's safest juggle. Nobody's thought about doing this before. It's so safe, I'm going to juggle 3 of these paper toilet seat protectors. A whole different kind of risk. Paper toilet seat protectors, or PTSPs as they're known in the biz. Not sure which biz. Now these are commonly used for a couple of reasons. Number 1. Number 2. I have to. All right. But keep in mind, I could still get a paper cut. All right. Here it is. The world's safest jug. It's more beautiful than you expected it would be, huh? Now this got a very surprising reaction the first time I tried it from the dude in the stall next to me. He was like, "What's going on in there?" I was like, "Can you close the door? I want to try something." It was, who knows what else you caught, but nice catch. Oh man, so being an artist in this business of art conference, it's all about combining art and business. And also combining all the knowledge you have with each other. But I thought a great way to demonstrate that would be combining 3 different kinds of juggling skills into one combined juggling trick. The first one will be spinning this ball. You've probably seen somebody spin a ball, I think. A basketball like this. Spinning the ball. At the same time, a completely different kind of juggling. We'll be juggling these rings. We'll be juggling 2 rings in my left hand, while at the same time spinning the ball in my right hand. All at the same time. Juggling and spinning the ball and holding this hula hoop. I'm going to do the hula hoop with the juggling and the ball spinning, and I need a hand here. Actually, hold it. What's your name?
Natalie.
Natalie, thank you, Natalie. We'll get to that in a second. So I like to do this trick because you have to kind of combine all the different parts and put it together to accomplish the ultimate goal of the combo trick. Now, how many of you know how to hula hoop? There's a lot of hula hooping in Madison. It's really fantastic. You should come check out the Madison Circus Space if you haven't. You heard Mark mention, I'm one of the co-founders of the Madison Circus Space, not too far from here. And it's a really great community circus arts training space. We have a lot of shows there and a lot of opportunities. There's free clubs and classes. I really encourage you all to check it out. You could learn to do something like this. But here's how well, let me make sure there's nothing I'm going to knock over. All right. Here's how I learned how to hula hoop. I started with it up on my hand like this. Got to get the hang of it. You got to break things down into their more simple forms. You don't just go right to the hard way of doing it. So you spin it on your hand, get used to the sense of the motion, and you just work it down and around your body like this. Thank you. All right, now, hold on a second. Let's see. I'm going to need to get the hoop lower in order to juggle. So I just got to get my arms up above the hoop. It's in there somewhere. Close up. Okay. All right. It's okay, Natalie. I'll come to you. Don't get up. Don't get up. Very relaxed. I'll be there eventually. All right. This is probably a good spot. All right. Now, have you toss me the objects one at a time? We'll start with the green spinning ball. Perfect throw. Nice. Now, this one, do you want to throw it cornhole style, axe throwing style, or frisbee style?
We'll do the cornhole.
Okay. All right. One more. Natalie, everybody. All right. So, I get asked, like, Josh, how do you learn how to do a trick like this? Well, it's just like learning anything. You just got to break it down into the parts, and then you put them together to make something awesome. So, learn spinning the ball in one hand, learn to juggle in the other hand, learn the hula hooping, and then put it together in all the different ways you can combine them. Spinning the ball, the juggling, the hooping the ball. And eventually, you just put it all together. But that's when you realize that this whole like Tyrannosaurus Rex arms position isn't going to work. And that's why right now, I'm talking about art and business. But right now, it's time for some business. I need to take this hula hoop downtown to hooping around the lakes. Easy, easy. There it is. Stand on the table. Okay. All right. Here it is now. The whole combination of everything. Thanks, everybody. This is really fun to kick things off. Have a great conference here the next couple of days. Here we go. Conference. I was thrilled to be part of it, and enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. I'll turn things back over to Mark. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Josh Tracy! Absolutely wonderful. What a job. And you know, it just takes a few hours a day of that, right? 10,000 hours. Like the rest of us, we put a lot of time in the work that we do. And I want you guys to remember to keep making sure you mention that to everybody. That you do great things, you provide an economic boon to this community, and it's because of you all that this is such a vibrant Dane County. And I really want you to recognize that. And I really want you to get to know each other today. And I really want you to be a part of what we're doing to make a significant difference in the makeup of Dane County. I'd like to introduce to you right now, and please come on in. There's some seats up here. The swag that you have right here, the books, were donated by an artist who died recently. So she donated these. Her husband donated these books. Wanted to know how we could use them. We said, well, let's put them out for the conference for everybody. So I want you all to make sure you have a seat. Make sure if you don't use the books, make sure you gift them to somebody because they're absolutely brilliant. As well as the postcards that you were given and our pens. Keep those pens, all right? Every time you look at them, Dane Arts, all right? We have an amazing commission doing amazing work, and I want to introduce you to the chair of our commission, Roderick Richardson.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How y'all doing? I do not juggle. Although at Dane Arts, we do juggle a lot of activities all the time, but that's the extent of my juggling activities. As Mark stated, my name is Rod Richardson, and I have the honor of serving as the chair of the Dane Arts Commission. I'm happy to see all of you here today, and of course, I'm happy to be here with you. The arts are alive in Dane County, and Dane Arts is at the center of the action. Dane Arts continues to strive to meet the needs of artists who live and work in Dane County. Today's Business of Arts Conference is just one example of that. Another example is during the COVID-19 pandemic, Dane Arts provided $1 million in grants to help Dane County artists stay afloat. During that time, individual artists and the arts community as a whole in Dane County, as well as around the nation, had to fine-tune our business skills in order to survive. Today, Dane Arts continues to award $200,000 in taxpayer-funded grants to individual artists and arts organizations to help keep the arts alive and our quality of life the envy of other counties in Wisconsin. But we need to do more. We need to look beyond taxpayer funding and look for ways to leverage taxpayer dollars with corporate, foundation, and other private dollars. We need to start a Friends of Dane Arts 501c3 nonprofit to help raise funds to leverage taxpayer dollars with private dollars. Well, we have done just that. You'll hear more about the Friends of Dane Arts in the coming months and how you can possibly help us help you. But right now, I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker this morning. Dane County Executive Melissa Agard was born right here in Madison, Wisconsin. She graduated from East High School and from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And in her own words, she is the proud mom of 4 sons. Prior to becoming Dane County's Chief Executive Officer, Melissa was a small business owner. She was a member of the Wisconsin legislature, serving in both the state assembly as well as the state Senate. In November of 2022, State Senator Agard was elected as Senate Democratic leader. Today, Dane County Executive Agard is leading the effort in creating equity in our Dane County communities. Her efforts align perfectly with Dane Arts' efforts in creating equity in the arts by striving to make the arts equally accessible to all and our Dane Arts funding equally accessible by all. We are delighted that Dane County Executive Agard made time on her schedule this morning to be with us today for our 4th annual Business of Arts Conference. So let's get down to business. Please give a warm welcome to Dane County Executive Melissa Agard.
You all look pretty fabulous this morning. I want to thank you all for being here so bright and early on a Friday morning, and thank you so much to Dane Arts and the amazing staff that helped to bring all of us together here today. It is really an amazing joy and a way for me to fill my cup, as you can imagine, in this chaotic upside-down world. Like all of you, I am sure, I am looking for ways to fill my cup. And to be able to start my day in a room of creative, passionate organizers and advocates, creative geniuses in their own rights is really a gift to me. And I know that you are a gift to our community as well. You all know that arts aren't just something that we look at or listen to or reflect on or experience. It's about how it is that we live our lives. Arts belong in our souls and on the ends of our nervous systems. And this is the 4th annual Business of Arts Conference. And every year it gets stronger and more dynamic, and there are more heads in the room. And that's frankly because of all of you. And I'm especially excited about this year's theme, Artists at Work, Minding Your Own Business. I know Mark likes to say it's a little edgy, and I think we all need to lean in. That's where the arts belong, right on the edge. Being an artist is real work. It is labor. It's a hustle. It's about problem solving. It's about being dynamic. And it is about being a business. My connection to the arts started really quite early in my life because I grew up surrounded by them. Right here in this neighborhood, in fact, is a very important part of my life story. Both of my parents are and were artists. My dad owned a business in this community that supported artists as well as being an artist himself. And my mother is an artist as well. I grew up with art everywhere in my life, and I just thought that's how people grew up. Cameras, pastels, canvases, light boxes, notepads, old National Geographic magazines to look at, film reels, old cameras, the smell of Fixer in the basement. That was my life. That's how I grew up. And it wasn't a house full of expensive things. Oftentimes, it was a matter of piecing the world together in order to continue to live. But it was a house full of imagination, a house full of what can be. Why is that? What are we doing? And later in my life, I had the opportunity of being a partner in a business with my father, Hyperion Studios, which morphed together to become Opa Color, supporting not only my dad's passion, but also artists in our community. Back in the day, taking 4x5 photographs of people's artwork for their portfolios, and then morphing into digital photography and cliché printing. Through my dad and my mom, I learned not only about composition and technique, but also about the realities and the challenges of creative work. Oftentimes, those of us who have the vein of becoming a creator running through us is in conflict with what makes someone a really good business person. Do you want to create, or do you want to put your books together in a solid way? There's a tension there. How does that work together? But you need to piece those pieces together because that is what creates the livelihood of what an artist is really experiencing and the challenges. You have to find some sort of balance. A balance of your vision and your creativity with viability. How do you keep going? Your passion with your persistence and your grit. And I saw firsthand, as a child and as a young adult, firsthand the challenges of those conflicts, but also the importance of grit and digging deep and playing a meaningful role not only for yourself in your ability to fill your own cup so you can continue to create and give those gifts to our community, but also how it is that it shapes your lives and your relationships with people in our community, and how sometimes we all need to do things that aren't our favorite. And maybe that's balancing your checkbook, so you can figure out if you can buy some more supplies. So people often talk about infrastructure, roads, and bridges, and don't get me wrong, that's important. I was excited to be at the Alliant Energy Center earlier this week and talk about my vision for bringing more artists into that space here in Dane County. But there is another kind of infrastructure that runs through our veins and is valued here in Dane County, and that's cultural infrastructure. We're the fastest growing county in the state of Wisconsin. Why is that? Because we see each other for who we are, and the fact that our differences make us stronger and more vibrant. And we come and give days out of our lives to pack into a room to learn about the business of art. That's the Dane County way. Theaters, murals on outsides of buildings, artwork hanging on the walls inside of our buildings, community art centers, music venues, galleries, dance, poetry, storytelling, painting, sculpting, all of it comes together. When I think about art, I think about one of the first books that was read to me as a young child, and I'm not sure if this is, sometimes I say this and people they don't know this book, but maybe in this room. Do you all know the book of Frederick the Mouse? Right. The importance of having some Frederick the Mouses in your life. That's the Dane County way. If you don't know the book, go find it. It'll resonate with you. Art gives us an identity. It allows us to lean in. It allows us to see one another. It allows us to become uncomfortable with what is wrong and dream about what can be right. It gives us a language and a space when the words and the world is failing us. When we ourselves feel like we can't breathe anymore, art is there for us, and it helps to explain why we feel that way. So whether you're navigating joy or grief, rage, there's a lot of that right now, hope, let's hope there's more hope than rage, and everything in between. That's what art is there for. It builds a stronger community. It brings us together. And the creative sector that supports our jobs, attracts talent, generates revenue, I hope, and more of that, so y'all can be more creative. It makes our community to be a better place, to live, to work, and to play. A stronger place for people to make their home. And right here in Dane County, I feel it every day when I'm driving through the neighborhoods and see murals on the outside of the buildings or statues on corners. Meeting people who have touched my life or have been touched by art. Conversations with my children. And as your county executive, I carry my history and the history of our community and how it is that I make decisions. I believe in local government, and I believe in this community and the power of us coming together to partner and grow and sustain the arts in a way that it has not been before. And that means more than applause and showing up to an opening. It means acting. It means digging deep. And that's why Dane County is so proud to be supported by Dane Arts and why we've invested in our staff. It's one of our community's most effective cultural engines. Just last week, I was proud to announce that we awarded over $117,000 in grants to dozens of organizations, collectives, and individual artists around the county. And I wish there were more zeros on that. I really do. You know, shared revenue and funding of governments is challenging. So we can't do this alone. We do need a community that comes together, and I'm sure you're going to talk about that more. But these dollars help turn ideas into murals and sculptures and productions and impact. They define our community. And that support is only possible thanks to the broader community. Public-private partnerships with generous founders like Diane Ballwig, who's in the back of the room today, and the Endress Manufacturing, who understand that arts funding is an investment. It should be at the front of the line, not an afterthought. And we're not going to stop there. We're thinking about how to include artists in community planning from the beginning. It's an exciting part of the conversation at the Coliseum redevelopment. Let's explore how public art can be used as a tool to create identity in our neighborhoods and across our county, how to increase civic engagement. Looking at and lifting up the role of creativity in areas like justice reform, something we need more of. Behavioral health supports. Every single one of us needs to lift that up in our own lives. Economic equity. Too many artists are living below the line. So let's talk about you. You're not just artists, you're entrepreneurs, you're dreamers. You're Frederick the Mouse. You're running your businesses, you're hustling, you're booking gigs, you're managing invoices, you're setting schedules, you're building portfolios, you're filing your taxes, and still somehow I hope that you're finding time and space for yourself so you can continue that meaningful work. And that's why conferences like this are so powerful. It's not just about creating inspiration, but also investing in our infrastructure. About giving tools and strategies and knowledge to make creative work sustainable work. And I want and hope that when you leave this conference, that you feel more empowered. You're standing a little bit straighter. You have new tools in your toolbox. You feel more connected to the folks that are around you and to yourself and to our community, that you know that you are valued a little bit more than when you walked in the door this morning. Because that's what matters. Y'all matter. Because you believe in all of us. You believe in this community. So I'm going to close with a few things. First of all, we don't say thank you enough. Thank you for making Dane County be the fastest growing county in the state of Wisconsin. It is because we are vibrant, joyful, curious, compassionate, and we hold each other to a high standard. Thank you for sharing your gifts in classrooms and in parks and public spaces, in homes, on screens, on stages, in books, on paper, and with your souls. And secondly, there's going to be a lot of call to action. I'm sure you're like me, you're waking up right now and you're thinking about, what can I do? The power of one. We can each do an awful lot. But when we come together, we can do even more. So whether you're in government, you're a philanthropist, a business leader, an educator, or someone who just believes, let's keep showing up, because when we give up, that's when they win. And let's show up for the arts, not just with praise, but with partnership. Let's include artists at tables that they have not traditionally been at when we're making big decisions in our community. Let's keep building a Dane County where the arts are treated as essential, not as an afterthought or optional, because they are. Arts aren't a side project. They are a soul. They are the heartbeat of our community. And in Dane County, we're going to keep nurturing that soul. Our heart needs to keep beating. Now more than ever, our heart needs to keep beating. Thank you so much for believing in what can be, for continuing to lean in, for holding one another accountable and lifting one another up at heavy times like we are experiencing in our world right now. And please, keep creating and keep dreaming. Thank you.
Melissa Agard, our county executive, a believer in the arts, amazing, absolutely amazing. Thank you. I'm not an emotional guy, as you can tell, but I have been moved. I hope you all have been moved by this. It's important. We are important. You know that, all right? So meet people today, tomorrow. Let's make it happen. Don't let this be the weekend, and then you're done. Let's continue to come together. We've got some great ideas over the next couple years. We want to do this more and more, but we want you all to stay in community. So stay engaged and tell those people who don't believe in what we do that we're still going to do it because we believe in what we do. And that's what makes this community great. Thank you. You got about half an hour before the session starts. Across the street over here, get some coffee, get some whatever you need in the third floor education room. But get together, stay together, be together, because it's all about us. Thank you.